The United States could be headed towards what many believe will be the hardest week of the coronavirus pandemic. But as deaths in New York drop for the first time, many see a glimmer of hope, including U.S. President Donald Trump.
We're seeing a leveling off. Hottest spots of them all. So we'll see. You'll be seeing that over the next few days. Let's see what happens.
New York, which is the epicenter of the outbreak in the United States, reported around 594 deaths in the last 24 hours. The state has reported more than 122,000 cases, which is roughly 1/10 of the worldwide total cases. In his daily briefing, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said that there was still some good news. The number of people discharged from hospitals in New York was 3 times the number of the newly hospitalized people. New hospitalizations also fell by a record 50%. This has now relieved some stress on the already stretched healthcare system. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio also pleaded help, calling for more ventilators for the city.
Please, we need your help. We need supplies. We need medical personnel to come forward to volunteer. We will compensate them, but we need them to come forward and give us their time and energy.
Meanwhile, other parts of the country are now witnessing a surge in the cases. Louisiana has become a hotspot for the virus now, reporting a jump in deaths to nearly 500 and more than 13,000 cases. Louisiana governor has predicted that the state would run out of ventilators by this Thursday. Places such as Pennsylvania, Colorado and Washington, D.C. are also starting to see a rise in deaths. Most states have ordered residents to stay at home to slow down the spread of the virus. But 8 states, all of them with Republican governors, are yet to order residents to stay at home. In a grim prediction, the White House medical experts have forecasted that nearly 100,000 to 240,000 Americans could be killed by this pandemic. Even in its sweeping orders to stay home are allowed and followed. Meanwhile, Navy captain of the USS Theodore Roosevelt, Brett Crozier, who was fired for voicing his virus concerns, has now tested positive for COVID-19. Crozier publicized plea calling the Navy to halt the spread of the virus on the nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. The number of crew on the Theodore Roosevelt who have now tested positive has risen by 13% in the past 24 hours, and the number now stands at 155. As the pandemic takes over the country, a tiger has now tested positive for the virus in a New York zoo. Nadia, the 4-year-old female Malayan tiger, had developed a dry cough but is expected to recover, according to officials. This marks the first coronavirus case for a tiger and the first, in fact, of an animal in the United States to catch this virus.